Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of our Road to Indian Glory career mode, guys, in Cricket Captain 2021, where today we are here for the all-important BIHAR contracts. We are here preparing player contracts. Before the start of the Indian domestic competitions, you need to decide which players you want to keep in your BIHAR squad and sign any new ones which are available. First, you need to decide on who you would like to stay in your squad by renewing or terminating contracts. A select group of players from the youth team will also be available for promotion to the first squad. Okay, so let us go through all the names here, guys. I have indeed done my research into who I want axed from the team. So, with that in mind, looking at our squad, I want to axe a few players for a few reasons. Gunny. Now, we're going to look at second 11 3-day here. As you can see, Gunny in the second 11 3-day basically cannot bat, cannot bowl, cannot bat, cannot bowl, cannot bat, cannot bowl. I mean, I'm being really harsh, but those statistics are very, very poor, and I'm not willing to keep Gunny around. I apologize, Gunny, but I've got to do what's right for me and the squad, and so he is gone. SHAKEUP is very good at T20, so he's going to stay. Next up is Anand, the keeper. The reason I don't want to keep him because he averages 20 in the 3-day, 26 in the 1-day, 23. I mean, again, not that keen. Not that keen on that. Ashraf. These are Ashraf's statistics. I mean, none of them are really that outstanding for the formats we need to play. So again, he is going to face the axe. I'm being very harsh. I do apologize in advance. Marawa is out as well. Unfortunately, I am being very harsh, but I'm not actually being that harsh, though. I'm trying to win the tournament. We're just making the changes we feel is necessary. We can always pick these guys up later down the line if we find there is no options. Of all the mediums, Sabir Khan is the worst, so we're going to drop him. We also want to drop Raj, but I guess that's a good thing because he actually wants to renew his contract, so we're just not going to renew it. Ahmad Yadav is very interesting because 30, 40, 25. It's just not great, really. But it isn't great, but his 20 over statistics in 4 games are outstanding. But I don't know. I'm not going to take the risk on him. I'm probably going to terminate him. But let's look at the other options first, actually, before we do. We've got the youth player, Rajendra Lahore. That is really not... I'm not going to pick that up at all. And looking at the wicketkeeper, that is really bad as well. BIHAR are in a really bad state because of that. We've got 0 youth players I want to take. Oh dear, not great. Second 11 3-day. Well, these, I remember Kumar. Yeah, I mean, these 2 Kumars are fantastic. So we're definitely going to renew them for a couple of years, that's for sure. Mishra is also pretty good. 2 years there. That guy's very good as well. Vikash Ranjan, very good. Raj, 42 with the bat, 42, 34. Looks like he can bat, though. So I'm going to give him a crack. Maybe for a year. Not great statistics from Anand. I might drop him from the squad. Patel. Oh, not great either, really. That's okay from Sabir Khan. So I'll make him probably a... Oh, no. 1 year, please. 1 year. We do have Rohan Kumar as our left-arm medium fast, but we have a lot of medium players. So we should actually probably look to get rid of one of these 2. Purely for that reason. Oh, but in saying that, Raj might be able to bat more than he can bowl. If he can't bat, then I think he might be out of the squad, which is why he's only got a year's contract. Yeah, so I think they're both okay. And with our final squad, with our first round squad, we're offering 159. Maybe we could actually drop a couple for that reason. Maybe we drop Raj to try and seek out some more all-rounders. We've got a lot of openers there, so I don't like that. Maybe we should get rid of one more. In saying that, we've got some very good batters. Our batting is doesn't look like our weak point, our batting. It's our bowling, which is definitely a struggle. Maybe we can drop a few of the lower order players. Or lower Yadav, maybe? Vikash Yadav. Just because it's not that bad, really, but... Okay, we're going to do it. Just because we need a little bit extra money to try and grab ourselves some players coming up. Okay, we're going to see if everyone accepts, which everyone should. Okay, and here is our opportunity. Wow, look at all these youth players. Oh my goodness me. There are a lot of players, obviously, going around. Oh my goodness me. I'm like a kid at Christmas. Like, there's so many options for us to take here moving forwards. Okay, so we've got slow left arm leg spin. We need a pacer. We need a couple more pace bowlers, some all-rounders as well. Let's look at the youth players we've got. Okay, let's see if anything stands out. This guy stands out. 53, 42, 24, pretty good. Anyone that stands out? Yes, Lamba. Lamba, 61, 39, 33. Looks very good. 61. Of all the all-rounders, Martin stands out to me. He averages 51 with the bat, 26 with the ball. That is by far and the best of anyone around. Yeah, he's ours. Gonna give him a few years. Sarik Martin, welcome to Bihar. At least we hope so anyway, because he looks like a very good player. Look at that, 51 with the bat, 26 with the ball. Again, 31, 35, 22, 26. Very, very, very handy that. We are going to welcome him with open arms. And now, guys, you've given me a bunch of players to go after. So I have a bunch of players in front of me to go after. Now, Kohli is on the list, and I know a lot of you want me to go for Virat Kohli, because obviously Virat Kohli's Virat Kohli, right? He's an absolute jet. He's one of the greatest of all time. He'll go down as one of the greatest of all time. He did just get a duck, but that is obviously, his statistics are absolutely crazy. But the reason I'm not going to go for him, even though he's on Indian salary, look at that, 33%. He's away for internationals. It's just not worth the money to pay for him at all. He is always going to be away, and we are not that keen for players that are going to be away. Aurora. Yash Aurora. I've seen him before in this game, and he's very, very good. Not really too keen on batters. We've got a good number of batters. Some of you asked me to go for MS Dhoni. Dinesh Karthik is available to go after, which is very intriguing because obviously he didn't do the best for us under Kolkata. Punt. Rishabh Pant. Is Rishabh Pant on the list? No. Rawat is on the list though. We don't need many openers though. We've got a lot of openers. We just need a wicketkeeper in the middle. So it kind of feels like, to be honest, Dinesh Karthik is going to be a pretty good pickup for Bihar at this stage. He's only got a couple of years left in him, you might say. So I think with that, we're going to bring on Dinesh Karthik from Kolkata as well, obviously. Interesting ties. We'll see how he goes across all formats for us this season. How many offers do we have right now? Just the 2. We've got one more to go. We want some fast bowlers. Let's go to youth players again for bowlers here. Numbers that stand out to me. Vadhan, 20, 23, 18. 18, 17, 19. Right arm, medium fast. He is on board. Welcome to the team. He looks so good. Abhay Yadav. He's going to be one of our premium youth players because 19, 17, 18. Looks class. Martin is on board. Kartik's on board. Yadav's on board. Great first round for us there. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know many of these names. Is that Rohit Sharma? I don't know. So, I don't know many of these names. Rahul Tawashia, I recognize that name. Again, I don't recognize too many names going down the list here, guys. So, I apologize about that. Anybody from Kolkata at all? I don't really see anyone. Rawat is gone, though. As Jagadish Dishan as well. Well, this will significantly reduce the list of players, eh? Patakal is gone as well. I know a few of you wanted me to get Patakal. Kuldeep Yadav. Didn't feel that a lot of the good players would be up for grabs, and in the end, it looks like I'm right. But that's okay. We've picked up Dinesh Karthik in the first round, which I'm very, very pleased with. It's a very good pickup. Some of you wanted me to go for Sakaria, so let's go see if we can find him. Shivam Mavi from Kolkata. Finding a lot of our Kolkata players in the mix. There's so many players to choose from, guys. I'm honestly bemused at how many players there are to choose from. None of the youth players really look that good otherwise for all-round stuff. It's always hard to be a good all-rounder in the youth stuff. It looks like all the bowlers that I wanted were gone. Looking at all the players here, Lamba has not yet gone though. 61.43, and then 39, then 33. Pretty good. Panda, pretty good, mostly. I think Lamba, 61. It's a big standout to me. I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up for 2 years. Maybe 3, actually. I feel like he could be a really good youth player. He'll be our last youth player in the list. For an overseas player, maybe we'll leave that for a little bit later. We're actually rounding out our squad very nicely here. I always feel like I say that before we get, thrashed. I don't really know how to feel about it. We definitely need bowlers. That's my gut saying we need bowlers. So let's look at first class. Let's change things up. So we're looking at first class players here who are sort of fast bowlers and are good. 25-31 as a leg spinner. Pretty decent. Tyagi, 24-23. 37. Parvez Rasul. Could well be a go here, just because he's got a lot of wickets at first class and T20 level. Looks very experienced. Off spinner. Do we need an off spinner specifically? Yes, actually, we don't have an off-spinner right now. For that reason, I believe he'll be in the squad. Here he is. He's played a lot of games, and that's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for experience. So we're going to bring him in for a year and see how he does in that year. Looking for experienced fast bowlers now. Pretty decent. Rana Datta, 28, 26, 27. Very respectable figures across all formats. Looking for big numbers of matches. Here we go. Mathun. He's played test matches before. Done very poorly in them though. But domestic first class, very good. One day is T20s. But he looks like a very good pickup. But he's 45 versus Datta. Who's Datta at? 25. Well, Datta's played. I don't know if price is necessarily a sign of quality though, as much as I think in this game. I've definitely seen some expensive players who have not been quality. So I think this is a very hit and miss move here. It's a lot of wickets across that level. T20s do worry me a little bit, being 8.4 economy. What's Datta got for me that can bounce back at that? I mean, that's just pretty good numbers, right? I'm going to go with Datta. I'm actually surprised I'm doing it, but his numbers are very respectable for what he brings to the table. And I think that brings us to 3 offers, and it does. So I don't know if we need with this Lumber guy, to be honest. I'm a little bit unsure about that, just because of the amount of batters we do have in the squad. But in saying that, the amount of batters that average 60 in the squad is also 0. So I'm going to pick him up. Lamba is on board. Datta's on board. Rayudu goes. Deshpande. These are just names I'm kind of just chucking out that I've kind of seen around before. Shori. Gopal's gone. Mathun's gone. Wow. I think there's a very 50-50 pickup. And I guess when we see Karnataka, how Karnataka go, we will see if that was the right move or not. It was a very 50-50 move. We'll see if it pays off. 49,000 left. So I think at this stage we're going to go for a big overseas player here. We've got a big squad now. We don't need many batters. I think more experience in the bowling department will only be a good thing. We need availability as well as forefront in the mind. Has he retired from first class? Yes, Bravo has. So that's not going to do us any good. See Markadir in this game. He's done very well. Not sure he's 92% available though. That I will just point out, guys, that availability sign is normally always wrong. It's either basically 100% or 0% in my experience. It's a rough estimate, but I think normally if you've got 92%, it's probably going to be closer to 0%, and if you've got 100%, it's probably about 100%. But I've seen people give me about 63% and then be 100% available. So, you know, it's very hit and miss. But we basically need to look at second 11 3-day here and go through I mean, everyone's going to say their absolute quality. Shamika Gunasekara, a bowler. He's already scored 50 with the bat. We need a really good signing. That's kind of what my gut's saying. Corey Anderson, Ronnie Hira from New Zealand. Corey Anderson's a solid pickup because he gives us a bit of all-round option. And I don't think he's going to get picked up for New Zealand because of the likes of Jameson, Neesham, and so forth. So it's a very tempting option to go for Corey Anderson. Is he going to be able to bowl well? I don't know. But he's a very good option. Very good all-round player. You know, I think he just adds a lot of stability to the squad. And I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Corey Anderson from New Zealand. I mean, I do have a slight bias, obviously, but I just don't think he's going to be picked by New Zealand with the current squad that we have at New Zealand going on at the moment. The temptation was to go for Gunasekara, but usually price is a good indication of quality with the overseas players. The lower you pay, the less you kind of get from them. So I'm kind of looking for a good impact, and I think Corey Anderson can provide that with Bihar. So Corey Anderson's going to join Bihar. Now we're just looking for where can we basically push one more player. We'd love to develop our own youth players though, so maybe we actually push youth up to 40. Maybe physio down and maybe coaching up to 40 as well. I think that's the way to go, just because with the physio we don't need it with a squad size of nearly 30 players. It's a ridiculous squad. Okay, well now that we've actually going to spend, we could actually spend a little bit more on an all-rounder if we wanted to, but I don't think we're going to get better than Corey Anderson. Again, first class 41 is not great with the ball, but I do feel that he's just not going to get picked up. Like, there's no risk of him getting picked up by New Zealand. At the moment, in real life, he's actually supposed to be playing for the United States. He's actually playing for USA nowadays because he's moved over there because he knows he basically can't get into that New Zealand team anymore, or at least that's the way he feels. I don't whether that's true or not. is a different story, but he feels that he can't make that team, so he's not going to try and bother. We could always pick up Muhammad Ali Khan, someone like that who's a bit more reliable with the ball, per se, and less with the all-round option. But I think we've got a lot of good bowlers. We've got a lot of bowling options. I think Corey Anderson just covers our bases really well, especially because Martin's very new, Russell's experienced. So, you know, I do feel, my gut says that Corey Anderson's a good pick. Not a great pick, but I think a good all-round pick for Bihar this year. So we are going to offer him the main contract for the season. And I think with that, there you go. You can't wait to represent Bihar. I'm very excited for him to join the squad. And with that, Mark Adair got picked up. Bravo, Raza. Gunasekara did get picked up. Again, some very interesting picks that I've missed out on this season. Marvy's gone. So I'm very intrigued to see whether those will come back and bite me in the future. But guys, that's actually our auctions done. But we are now looking at the other picks that everyone else is getting. That could well be Raj from our team as well. Gone to Sikkim. I think that's how you say that. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Ali Khan also went as well. Oh my goodness me. I looked at a few of those players as well, and looks like they're all getting picked up. Hira is a reserve for Delhi. Aurora got picked up by Andhra, which is a fair enough pick. He's a very good player. Russell as well overseas. Okay, Rossington reserve. Oh, that youth player went as well. That decent youth player that I saw. Jack Prestwich? Craig Irvine. Okay. Very interesting pickups for overseas players and reserve players. Tayagi's gone. Mujib overseas to Jargand. I think that's how you say that. Again, I apologize. Let me know if I'm pronouncing anything wrong. Panda, I saw he was a good player. And with that, we are done with the auction, guys. We are done with the contracts. I always call it the auction, I apologize. But we are done with our contracts for the season with Bihar. As you can see, this is our squad. It's a big squad, I must admit, of all these. I mean, look how many Indian teams there are around the place. But let us just look at the domestic tables and looking at who we are going up against. These are the teams we are up against this season, guys. In the first class league for the plate group, Group C for the One Day Cup, and the domestic T20 stuff. As you can see, we are in Group A. I don't know if that's good. I mean, there looks like some solid players in this group, I'm not gonna lie. Or some solid teams, it looks like, that we don't normally verse in the first class league, which kind of shows that we might well be up for a big fight there. Alright, we are going to simulate here 2 days for our first game. We actually have not done any training, but we can work on that in just a moment. We are going to start with the One Day Cup, but there you go. So guys, in the next episode, we are going to be beginning with Bihar against Railways in the first One Day Trophy match of the season and of the career mode in general. I'm looking forward to seeing how we will go with Bihar. We've got some very interesting picks in this lineup. The main ones I'd like to point out would be Dinesh Karthik, obviously with Kolkata as well. He's going to cross over. First player to do so in the career mode. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do in the other formats, not just in T20s, because he was obviously quite average for us in Kolkata. We still am considering actually seeing if I should actually drop him, because an average of 16 is not the best for Kolkata in the next season. But for Bihar, I'm interested to see how we'll do in the first class and one day stuff as well. Martin, very good youth player alongside Lamba and Yadav as well. All three are very, very good youth players. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they will develop over the next few years into hopefully players of quality for Bihar moving forwards. Pavez, Russell as well. So we've got a lot of good players. I probably could have looked for a more experienced batter if I actually looked at it now. Nonetheless, I think we've got a very good squad. I think we do have some very good batters up and coming as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how a lot of these players do develop. We will see how we can perform in this first season though. We can definitely see if we can compete for these trophies and see how we go in them, guys. But that is going to be it for the all-important contracts for the 2021 season with Bihar, guys. Let me know down in the comments how you think I went. Did you think I did really well? Did you think I did really poorly? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. Out of 10, rate me down what you think how you think I did with the contracts, and let me know as well how you think I could have improved my contracts that time round for next time in 2022, guys. Please don't forget to leave a like, guys. Subscribe for more content such as this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias down below, especially on Twitter. I tweet out a lot. And join my Discord server to receive exclusive updates for when all my videos go live. Let me know what you thought of the contracts video down in the comments below, guys. And as always, I will see you all in the next episode of this exciting BIHAR series, guys, for our very first match up against the Railway side. Goodbye for now, guys.